Hello, everybody!
Welcome!
Welcome!
Hello, and this is episode 7 of the Heirloom Hour, brought to you by The Anxious Tomato. I'm Ashley!
And I'm Kate!
Yay! Well, hello on this lovely Friday. Today in the Pacific Northwest, it's actually overcast.
It's beautiful.
What a wonderful,
My
beautiful thing we
soul is
have.
so happy with it being not 80 degrees.
It really looks like it could rain right now.
I love it.
That way.
Please rain.
Please
What's it
rain.
called? Pluviophile or something like that? The lover of rain.
Wow.
It's like a rain loving thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Fun facts.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, great.
Really
Welcome,
excited
everyone.
about it. Thank you for being here.
Yet again, another exciting opportunity to show you guys some artwork.
Yay! And this month, we are pleased to have Megan Kunst.
A friend of mine.
Yeah,
I went to college with Megan.
Oh, so cute.
I
I love the
know.
idea of you in college. We've had a
Oh.
few of your friends from college.
Yes, we have.
And
We may have more of my friends from college.
That's great.
They're all really great artists.
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
why not?
why not?
That's literally why we're here. Doesn't matter where we know them from.
It really doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. Anyone. I mean, just so happens to be friends of ours.
Yeah.
But we encourage everyone and anyone to submit. All people's welcome.
Yep. All the time. All peoples, all styles of artwork.
All styles of artwork,
Yep.
too. Yes, very good, Kate. Thank you
Yeah.
for reminding us.
You've got to be, I mean, like, we will figure out a way to do music if that's what you've got. We want to make it happen. So.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we would like to also let everyone know that there are 9 days left to submit to our online group show.
9 days. Oh my
Brr, brr,
gosh.
brr.
Yay!
Fair Technicolor.
So exciting.
Wait.
You have such a hard time with this one.
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. I'm
Still getting
making
the
an
hang of it.
observation.
It's only been 7 episodes,
That's
guys,
okay.
okay? Fear and Technicolor. I've gotten a few questions. Some of the questions were, can I have collaborative work? Yes.
Yes, you
Can I submit internationally? Yes.
By all means. Please.
I think those are the questions I got so far,
Yeah.
but 10 days left.
Yeah.
We're during the show, probably a week or 2 in.
Mm-hmm.
Submissions end on the 1st.
Next week, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a week or 2 into the month. Yeah. So
Yeah, a week or
couple
2
weeks.
into the month of September.
Couple of weeks. Yep.
There's
so.
not a whole lot of negative things you can't do with that. I don't know what the term is I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
If you have a question about whether or not you can submit your work, please just email us, reach out to us on our
message
website.
us,
Yep. Any of it.
Instagram message us. We have all of those options. So
If you can see
figure it out.
The Anxious Tomato on something, you can probably message us through that platform.
Probably.
So,
Great.
please.
We have been, or I'd like to say thank you to all of the people who have donated
Oh my
to
gosh.
us. You guys are so awesome.
We love it so much.
Really couldn't have done it without you. If you donate to the Heirloom Hour, you get an Anxious Tomato t-shirt.
I love these. I'm so happy
We
with
will be
these.
making more.
Yeah.
We're going to get a different style going, which we might put out a different style a year just to stay fresh.
That'd be really good. Yeah.
Stay fresh.
But yeah, they were made by the
The T-shirt men.
Yeah, here in
The
Tacoma.
T-shirt men. The
T-shirt.
T-shirt men.
Yeah.
TSM company
Yeah.
in Tacoma. Very cool. Very cool.
Awesome.
Tonight, Kate and I are attending a very special event in Tacoma as well.
I get to
So-
go and do something.
I know, you get to go out and do something. The Star Bazaar.
Yeah, come
August
check it
20th.
out.
It's a Spaceworks event. We're not sponsored by them in any way, but we're gonna go because we and people we know are involved, and we want to share with them,
Yeah,
us, and us, them.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Them, us, and us, them.
Networking.
We're gonna
We'd like to
network.
network with them. No,
So
but it's a
catch
great,
us
yeah,
there.
it's a great opportunity to meet us and to meet other people and the whole thing. So
There
you go. It's like it's floating between us in space.
I
That's
have
what you
no
have to think
idea.
of.
Everything's
Yeah.
backwards on the screen, so
I know.
I'm trying my best on
That's
here.
okay.
Great.
Yeah. Cool.
So Megan is a wonderful artist.
Megan Kunst. She is a wonderful, and she's a wonderful person.
She's a wonderful
She's
person.
really, really sweet.
Thank you, Megan.
I liked speaking with
I
her.
hope you're here with us.
Yeah, you're here
If
with
you're not,
us.
you
Say
can
hi.
always watch it on YouTube
Yeah.
later.
Oh my gosh, watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, the more the merrier, really.
The more the merrier. If you miss an episode, if your power goes out halfway through the episode, you can always catch up on YouTube.
Whose power goes out?
I don't know. My power goes out at my house randomly throughout the day. I come back home and my clocks are blinking. It's
She
like
just bought the house.
I did just buy the house. And there are power outages in Puyallup, apparently. I don't. That's something they didn't tell us.
Something they didn't tell us.
So
great. Well,
perfect.
welcome. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
So happy to have you here. Well, I guess we should.
Get started.
I'm not really sure if this is a closing reception. I guess we call it a closing reception.
We do call it a closing reception.
Do you want to continue to call it a closing reception?
Well, it's not an opening reception because she's been in our gallery for 3 weeks now.
20 days.
Yeah. And so I think calling it a closing reception is still appropriate. It is the Heirloom Hour, which is just what it is.
It is
if
what
we
it
could
is.
just call it that.
It's the Heirloom Hour.
It's the Heirloom Hour, so it's all about titles and whatever.
Cool. And here we are.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Make sure. Oh, I did that on purpose.
You did do that on purpose.
Because for the people in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go. All right. So this is our website.
This is our website, you guys.
That's pretty great. And we're really excited about
something
it.
different here.
I don't know what's happening.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Just
She said it.
Our
trial and error
website.
all the time.
We have a new page on our website.
We do have a new page on our website.
Our resources page.
I'm super excited to have this. And I believe that it came into fruition because of All Editions, because of Sean's thing. We got enough resources to warrant a page.
This one here was something that Sean Kemp, our last month's featured artist, we went over this on that episode, but here it is in our resources page. Happy to oblige. Crit Hub. This one was one that another past artist, Chris Schneider, and I put together.
Yep.
You can have your work critiqued there.
Yep.
The Artist Trust features us right now. That's where we're getting a lot of people
asking questions and
asking questions about our thing,
following us, we're getting submissions to our newsletter.
And then our new project.
Yep.
The Artist Vine.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-da.
So to take us right back to Facebook.
Oh yeah.
It's we created a group on Facebook where you can post your artwork, have other people critique your artwork.
Yeah.
Scott Nelson has been taking huge advantage of it. I really appreciate you, Scott. He's a wonderful person. And I absolutely love what he does, but we will be posting our shows on there. We will post anything. And if you have shows, if Spaceworks ever wants to post the Star Bazaar on our group, we would totally let that happen. That would be a place for you to get your art news and your art information.
Well, hopefully at our networking event tonight, we get some new resources.
Yeah, so.
Right on, let's jump right in.
All right, to Megan Kunst.
Megan Kunst!
The Inside Outside.
The Inside Outside. Megan has a beautiful art statement here. She touches base on a lot of these things in her interview, which correlates to our gallery really well.
Which is great. Yeah.
Very happy about that. Megan also has a website where you can view other pieces of artwork and some really cool illustrations.
She does the science illustrations. That's right. Oh, that's beautiful.
Right? I bought this as a postcard for my mother when I was in school with Megan. Thanks,
so
Megan.
Great.
Appreciate that. My mom remembered too. She was like, "Oh, Megan, you bought me that postcard of her." Also, some really unique stuff here. Some,
oh my gosh, I love those.
I know these are really cool.
So much. I want the rest of the alphabet so I can spell my name.
You could commission that.
I bet you could.
You could commission Megan to do that.
I bet you could. That would be great.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
So this is Megan's gallery.
Megan does really beautiful oil painting.
She does.
And also contrasted with digital illustration. Yeah. So here we are starting with a digital illustration, The Straw That Broke the Camel's Back, a 24 by 24 digital illustration. That's pretty big illustration.
It is pretty good, yeah.
$120. I'm assuming it's a print then.
Yes, oops. Probably. I mean, if it's a digital.
Very cool. Makes sense, yeah. So there's like these little honey bear fairies
that are jumping on this poor camel's back.
Camel looks miserable.
I know. It's such an expressive face. I don't know, the whole thing. I love the juxtaposition between the joyfulness of how it looks at a distance and the sadness of his face. If you actually, and his feet, so the honey bears are crawling up out of the flowers at his feet and then jumping on his back,
or vice versa,
or
they are
dying and flying away. Is that what's happening?
I think they're
dying and flying away.
They're angels.
Yeah, they're little angel bears.
There's a lot to take in.
There's a lot going on. I love it. But it's very simple, but there's a lot going on if you actually take a minute to
the
pay
Tondo
attention.
design.
The Tondo!
Welcome back, the Tondo.
I think it's the third time we've brought back the Tondo.
We talk about that often. So a Tondo is a circular or ovular shaped composition within an ovular or circular shape.
Yeah.
And there's like old master paintings that are circular, so that's where that comes from.
Super fun.
Crabs swimming with ducks.
Crabs swimming with
Oil
ducks.
on panel. Look at that texture in there. Look at that beautiful light contrast.
So good. And the pureness of the white that she was able to get again for the sheet of paper or whatever the crab is actually on.
Crab.
The horseshoe crab is on.
Crab swimming with ducks.
So crab swimming with ducks.
And the ducks is a pattern. There's patterns in everything.
And in her interview, she talks about patterns and why she is drawn to them and why she works with them. So
absolutely,
it's great.
I do like this texture. I like this texture here that's happening with the thick paint.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always afraid to use too much paint. And I'm a watercolorist.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Just pick up some oil paint and just slap it. Slap it. The day I pick up oil painting is the day I start painting like Van Gogh or something like that, where it's really thick.
I could zoom in here. I wish this would go away. That's
it does.
Oh,
there you
cool.
go.
Great. So there it is. Just a little zoomed in shot on that.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot that we could get in there like that. For the people in the back.
For the people in the back.
All right. Taken.
More pattern.
Again, good values on the darks. Much patterns.
Very
Pattern
realistic. Yeah, very realistic looking cactus.
Cacti.
Is it two cactus?
No. Cactus. Multiple. Cacti is singular, like octopi.
I've been doing that backwards my entire life. That's great.
Octopi.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
The little fuzzy hairs and stuff on the cacti.
Cacti. The cactus.
Very beautiful. Yet again.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Exquisite oil paint strokes, Megan. So happy to see your work again. Gosh. Megan and I were a part of Critique Club or Crit Club, which is Chris Schneider and I's little project that we started then. And
which spurred Crit Hub.
That was Chris's later side project thing that I ended up wanting to be a part of. We branched in that way. A digital illustration called Lemonade.
Yeah.
Digital illustration 24 by 36, 150. I'm guessing that's a print. Oh, sorry guys. There's a lot going on here.
And there is a close-up version of it if you click to the side too. So.
I wonder if I can do that from here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Happy little...
The little chew marks that are taken out of this lemon here. Such attention to things like that.
I love it.
I do.
Well, and when you're digital, that's one of the things that you can do digitally is you can really get in there and work on details and...
The leaf. The lifts.
The lifts.
I don't know. I'm like a life person now because I work at a
plant store.
Botany
store, yeah.
Oh, they're beautiful.
So cute.
Yes. You can scroll through here too. You click, it goes bigger. Very good patterning here. You can see all that detail. Heck yeah. Catch of the day. Oil painting.
Another oil painting.
Aw. This little fish man. The patterns are so detailed.
I think the fish is an oven mitt. At least that's what I think of. Is an oven mitt, and then she laid down.
Just
there's
thinking,
like a little ducky. Like I like trying to think of the things that they actually were when she painted.
Just thinking about taking the time to paint this pattern in makes my brain hurt.
The background pattern.
Yeah, like oil painting in this pattern, like the amount of work and time and blood, sweat, and tears that goes into painting that pattern.
And consistency. And oh my gosh.
Heck yeah.
Oofda. Super cute though. I love it.
I'm pretty sure this is my favorite piece in the
Plants
show.
on plants.
Plants on plants. Again, I'm biased because I'm a plant person now. Oil on panel. Great texture. Good color. Pattern. There's a it's a plant pattern. Yeah. Plants on plants. It's a succulent cactus pattern with a what kind of plant would that be? It looks like a philodendron.
You would know before I would.
Or
it's one of those big leaved plants. That's as close as I can get.
Yeah.
I would assume that it needs
alocasia, something like that.
High humidity and warm climates to survive.
Great veining. Like the fact that like the most, well, I guess this would be the most frontal one, but the most forward, like, in the foreground pieces are, like, the most, like, have this great texture and detail. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful.
It's so great.
Wonderful. Favorite piece, great. Plants on plants.
$450.
$450 for oil painting. Oh, yeah, the 6x8. Oh my gosh. That's small.
Yeah. Probably took a long time.
I remembered knowing that it was small.
You think the simple pattern before, that's a really complicated pattern. So that's a simple pattern.
Yeah.
And that's a really complicated pattern, so I can imagine.
And then a digital illustration here, drained. It includes the same bears that we saw in the first illustration.
It does. But they're being expressive in a different way.
Yeah. Again, they're kind of like floopy. Drippy.
She speaks of
honey on toast.
She speaks about anxiety a lot, and a lot of this comes from anxiety. So I think some of that comes through for sure.
Definitely. Sometimes it's good to make art from a place of emotion.
It is.
Just like really lightly drawn in pattern here. In the background too. The bees.
The detail. So yeah, it's great. I do like the bees. I like the bears. I like the little...
This way that they are, like, filled with, like, liquid and stuff. How it's, like, pooling inside of their bear bodies.
Yeah, and the little glistening bits. Yeah. Light and shade. Wow. Light and shadow, yeah.
The one I think that we used for the flyer. I think we used this one.
Yeah, we did use this for the flyer.
I know.
And the same bees.
Honey for harvest.
Yep, the same bees with the honeycomb in the background.
Bees flying around a plant. Non-pollinating type of plant, but lots of patterns. Pattern in the background. Honeycombs, bees. This beautiful pot here.
The wood pattern on the floor. I mean, oh my gosh, it's so great.
The way the light reflects on this. This might be syngonium.
Oh, the plants. Yeah. You can ask her.
I mean, yeah, looks like a syngonium. I love it. I love the little highlights
red bits,
and red bits. And oil painting is so beautiful. Like in general.
Yeah. You can't get. I mean, the realism that you can pull out of oil painting is just absolutely phenomenal.
As a watercolorist, gouache painter, I just have a hard time pushing values, and I think it's because of the paint medium. You know, I struggle with that, and when I see this, I'm like, oh my gosh, like.
Well, and the way to get more detail with oil is patience. Lots of patience, lots of layers. Ooh. And I don't know if I have the patience for it. Maybe one day. I like this one though.
Oh, cactus.
This is very
well, inside, outside. It's like the setting sun in the desert,
but it's like a wallpaper. It's like a wallpaper. So I've been watching, this silly little side note, I've been watching Supernatural a lot lately, and in Supernatural they're constantly in these like really sleazy, not sleazy, but these like really like old hotels, like old 70s and 60s style hotels. And this is the kind of thing that I feel like I would see as a wallpaper in that. And it's not a bad thing.
It's 5 3/4 square.
Interesting.
Also small.
Yeah.
Very good. These little small paintings. On Megan's website, there was imagery of like the sides of these pieces framed.
Yeah,
and they have texture patterns on the sides.
I loved that.
Yes. So when life gives you lemons, so a play on the other pattern that we saw. Except now the birds are looking a little stressed out.
I know, right? A little bit anxious, maybe.
Anxiety birds.
Yep, anxiety birds.
Oh no,
losing feathers, the poor things.
Again, love the different colors and like these flat values of hue in here of these leaves. I just love it.
Blocks of colors, yeah.
Yes.
That's really
anxiety
good.
Birds.
Anxiety, or when life gives you lemons.
This looks like the similar like pattern.
It is the same. It is the same pattern. If you, if you scroll back up, they are. Oh, yes. I thought about putting them next to each other, but I wanted them to be apart a little bit.
Yeah, no, I like what you did there.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
There's the
anxious tomato.
Here we go.
Wow, the patterns.
Again, that background pattern is. I want that beautiful. In like a pillow or something.
Megan makes those. Megan does sell
all right,
some
Megan.
of her pieces as factual items there.
They're not eating lemons in that one. They aren't.
No,
They're
they
eating their
eating
feathers.
Their own feathers.
Which is really sad.
Aw, poor birds.
Poor birds.
I like that there's a fruit here. There's a plant.
Mm-hmm.
Another plant. Play on
It could be a tomato.
Could be a peach.
Could be a peach.
It's a plant either way.
Cherry. Yeah.
Oh, anxiety. I wonder if the anxiety comes from, like, the fact that this pattern back here is...
overtakes.
Yeah. It's getting, like, the plant's getting, like, lost in this pattern. It's kind of hard to look at. This, like, fabric here looks like it's three-dimensional, but it, like, cuts off really edgy here. Like, it looks like it's a cloth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it has this, like...
That's great.
Pattern. Just being able to catch and, like, get that kind of detail
is amazing. Yeah, the fabric texture is, that's hard. Fabric is my bane of my existence. Yeah, way to go, Megan.
Great. The outside goes inside.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, it does. Plants coming into the home. Plants being in the home. Homewares. Mm-hmm. Familiar home patterns. Mm-hmm. Oil on panel. 16 by 16. That's a bigger oil painting. So
it is a little bit.
That's great. $800 in case you're interested. You can contact Megan directly.
It's a top-down view. Like, that's really nice.
Blurry shadowing is wonderful. Mm-hmm. Very good use of shadows there. Oh, that's the last one. The outside goes inside. Ironic. Yeah, real quick. Let's go back up to the top here where we can see those pieces. I should just go. Oh, too late. So the pattern is like painted onto the side of the piece.
That's so
and
great.
And these are like three-dimensional.
Is there more frames of those, like her gallery shots?
No. There's a couple other patterns in there. No. All right. Very cool. Great way to exhibit the piece of artwork like that.
Wonderful. I love it. Yay.
Oh.
Putting all sorts of buttons. There we go. Right.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No,
I am so happy to have Megan in the gallery. I'm so happy to see Megan's work at this point in her life and our lives. I don't think we've seen each other
for a really long time.
5 years ago. Megan came out to Seattle for like
a day
seminar. A couple days, and I met Megan in Seattle, and we had like biscuits together in Pike Place Market. It's been a long time.
Yeah, time for her to come
back.
I
miss my art friends.
Yeah,
time to come back out and visit. Yay. We have a lot of hiking out here. You said you like to go on hiking and stuff like that. The Pacific Northwest
all over the place
has that.
Let's do camping.
Crescent Lake, everybody. Lake Crescent, most beautiful spot in Washington. Highly guaranteed. I mean,
highly recommend.
Highly recommend. Yeah. Guarantee you'll have a good time. Yeah. Well, I would love for everyone to get to know Megan and hear what Megan has to say about her artwork. So we're gonna jump right into the interview and let you guys check it out.
I'm Megan. I am a painter and more recently also a digital artist. So I would say that the overarching theme for this show is anxiety. I would say that the past year, I guess year and a half now, there has been a lot of anxiety for me and literally everybody else on the planet. So a lot of my artwork has been kind of focused around that, usually going out into nature and hiking and camping and doing all that stuff is what kind of calms me down. But it was much harder to travel. Even over the summer, there were a lot of, or last summer, there were a lot of travel restrictions. I couldn't really go out of state. It was just much harder. So I got a lot of plants and tried to kind of bring the nature to me. So I was bringing, what I normally see outside, bring it inside. But that still wasn't quite right. Because even with that, there's still kind of this, like, it just wasn't really meeting my nature needs as much as, hiking and being outside does. So I ended up kind of juxtaposing these plants that are usually outside in nature with these more interior kind of scenes like patterns and these more kind of sterile backgrounds to, I guess, just try and communicate that that tension between like what should be outside, but it's now living inside. I started with oil painting, and I would still consider myself much more of an oil painter than a digital artist. And I would say I pretty much always come back to oil painting. It's such a like a dense medium. Like there's so many things that you can do with that. So it's just very interesting. I can continue to kind of delve into that. And observational painting is just something that's always at the heart of what I do. A lot of my digital illustrations are kind of imagined things or patterns or different things like that. So even those things, like whenever I paint from observation, usually the stuff that I then pull from my head gets better because I just have this bigger image bank in my mind. So yeah, I started with oil painting. I would say the digital was inspired by just teaching virtually. I teach high school art, and my students actually had some great digital programs that they were already using, and they just kind of talked to me about. And it was just a great medium for them to use. We did some lessons with that because it's portable, it's easily carried from home to school, it's easily shown, on the screen and all of that. So it just made sense, especially for the beginning of the school year with so much uncertainty. So that's whenever I started really looking into that. And it just happened to fit in really well with what I was doing, like in my own personal artwork. So I had been kind of exploring more patterns and thinking more about how I could create the patterns that I used in my paintings. And I had last summer been doing a lot of like linoleum block printing to get my patterns, but that was very time consuming because I'm really just doing this to use it in the background of a still life that I'm painting. So I'm making a whole print to just use it in the background. And it was just, a whole very process heavy. So doing them digitally was a way to do that same thing, but a little bit quicker. And I could, get it printed on fabric, I could print it on paper, and it was just a little more versatile. So the anxiety birds and like the lemonade birds, those two things I got printed on fabric and made like pillows out of them. Yeah, so I'm just kind of experimenting with like how else these could kind of translate. This year, the patterns just seem to describe really well what I was trying to communicate. So, my work was kind of dealing a lot with anxiety. And I think, oddly enough, what created some of my anxiety or like this, I don't know, tension that I was feeling was just that I would wake up in the morning, like do the same thing that I did the day before, and then like go to bed and do it again the next morning. So it was like this very rigid structure. I didn't really see anybody else. I mean, my husband, I guess we saw, but like, I don't know, we, are just in the house doing the same thing, with the same people every day. So there was this very rigid kind of structure. So a pattern also has that same rigid kind of structure. So it just felt like it fit the COVID of it all. So that's kind of how it stuck around so long, I guess. And patterns that also, I guess, just have this very kind of vibrant, like in your face kind of feel almost, having the same thing repeated a lot. It just draws my eye to it. So in some of my paintings, I would kind of use that to create like this feeling of anxiety. So for example, I think it's actually called Anxiety. My painting with a little plant in a mug, and it has this pattern behind it, and it's this really crazy pattern. And I was trying to make it feel like it's just pressing on these leaves and kind of overtaking them. So to me, pattern worked really well for that too. I feel like the most influential thing, I guess, since art school is just having more life experiences. I feel like in art school, I was very concerned with just replicating what I saw kind of in my paintings. I really wanted to communicate like form and light and have great composition and all of that. And, content kind of came later. So I guess just with more life experiences, I've kind of have more to say maybe, and just, and as it should be, I feel like I'm putting more of an emphasis on content and really making that important in my work. I guess I've always been kind of inspired by nature, so I guess that's been a constant. But I guess before, the past couple years, I hadn't really felt this looming anxiety. So I guess that's new in my work. I don't know. I guess this kind of goes back to like the art school thing maybe, but whenever I was in school, I was very concerned with like being competitive and really trying to like be the best. And I don't know how applicable that could really be to painting, but I've just always been very competitive. So I really brought that to what I was doing in art. And I don't know, I guess overcoming that, it's not necessarily about being the best, because really that's a hard thing to accomplish in painting, because what is the best, but I've been really trying to communicate more. So meeting my goal would be like, did I communicate this thing effectively, not just striving for the best, because that is not doesn't mean anything, yeah. I kind of love that this work is a part of an online gallery. I feel like it was very inspired by COVID and really bloomed out of my COVID experience. And I feel like appreciating art online has also bloomed out of a COVID experience. So it seems very appropriate. I would say looking at my website, which is megankunst.weebly.com, and then emailing me. So same thing, megankunst@gmail.com, to inquire about anything that they're looking at. I also have an Etsy shop, mostly filled with stickers right now, but my Etsy shop is Megan Kunst Designs.
Oh. Yay. Well, welcome back. Thank you so much, Megan, for interviewing with us. We really appreciate your time.
It's wonderful.
I am so happy to have people like Megan in our gallery.
I know.
She's a professional working artist. She is a school teacher.
She's an art teacher, which is so really giving back. We need more art teachers.
We do need more teachers in general. I mean,
more
thank goodness for teachers. You people are out there killing it.
Just absolutely killing it.
I mean, imagine that. Like, school's about to be back in session, and the pandemic is rearing its ugly head around the corner.
It's such a thing. There's so many. Oh my gosh.
It's such a thing. Everyone, please be safe.
I really, really hope that kids get to be in person this year. That there are precautions taken, but like they need in school.
Have you heard? We don't have to talk politics, but have you heard anything about the news about that?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some school districts are not requiring students to wear a mask.
This is so great.
Good job, everybody.
All right,
Thanks,
let's keep
everybody.
going. Yeah. Okay.
Wear a mask.
Be safe out there. Do even if you have been vaccinated, take a picture of your vaccination, because there are places that are asking for proof of vaccination.
I mean, that's a good thing to have.
So yeah.
Just look at the virus, even if you're vaccinated.
Yay!
Hey, if anybody wants to host our flyer, we only have 10
yeah.
days left.
We only have 10 days left.
We definitely bought more than we needed.
But they're cool. Like cut them up and use them in some art project or something.
We could. I'm trying to get a. There we go.
There we go.
We're gonna take one with us to our event tonight, and hopefully they hang it up. We'll see how it goes.
It's gonna be awesome.
Next time we'll either print less or whatever.
Yeah. Or hang more.
Or. Well, at the time we were hanging them, nobody was really open. So.
That's fair.
We got them printed back in like February.
Yeah.
Sorry, March. We were like, we're gonna have a group show, and we're deciding on doing a group show next year as well. I think that the month of March has been set out for that.
I think so.
So we're gonna come at you with some new stuff for that later. We're booked out in the gallery up until February, but December is still available.
Okay, we skipped December.
No.
Or was somebody not available?
We just didn't fill December.
Oh, okay.
December hasn't been filled yet, but we are booked up until February.
Look at us go.
Yeah.
We're doing it. It's great.
And you need at least 10 pieces to be in a single show or an individual application.
And just one to be in the Fear and Technicolor.
Join us.
We had tell your friends.
Minor submit.
Tell your friends.
And we are so excited. We had one minor.
We have one minor.
Oh, that's another clause that's in there.
You can be a minor.
Any ages. Like, submit your artwork. Like, get your feet through...
Get your feet wet.
Gelatinous puddle that is the art world.
Yep. Get your stuff out there. Let us be the place that you, if you're nervous about doing it, let us be the place that you at least try.
And don't forget about the Art is Fine. If you'd like to join our group, I think that you can request to join straight from our page. I think we posted a link, or we will. And you can join into that.
You can find it through our page.
It's a public group, yes?
Mm-hmm. I think you have to answer some questions, but as long as you're not, a bot.
We want you to promote yourself. We want you to be like, I have an online store and I have stuff for sale.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't let you post that kind of stuff. I don't know why.
I know.
You can't be out here hustling. I'm not sure what's up with that.
I have such a hard time finding places to post, like, the Heirloom Hour and, like, our shows.
Yeah,
literally online.
Not promoting, but they think it's like
spam or something. Yeah, like, self-promotion.
Come to our thing.
Yeah. No, we're just
where are you gonna? You're not gonna get anywhere if you're not self-promoting. Okay, self-starter, motivated, get out there. I mean, we're here to help. Okay.
That's why we're here.
Please message us.
Send
us an email.
You guys have been awesome. We
appreciate you. Thank you for everyone who decided to tune in tonight.
See you. Yep.
And who, has been supporting us from the beginning. Like my mom and dad. Thank you, Nadine and Steve Loffer. You guys are wonderful.
Oh, you guys are great.
And Renee, you're great too. My sister. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next month. So October is... Oh, sorry.
September.
Our third...
is the 17th?
The 17th. So we'll be broadcasting live on the 17th of September. And then followed by the wonderful, wonderful October show. And we may have another person on the show with us that month, so everybody get excited.
Yay! I'm excited.
Have a happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Enjoy your weekend. And be safe.
Bye, guys.